Hi, this is David at Mash IT. Just received a 2020 MacBook Air into the office. This is the absolute base dual-core model in silver. So we're going to do a quick unboxing, and then after the unboxing we're going to do a first impressions, and then we'll follow it up in a couple of days' time with a review. So let's open the first box. That's nice and easy. Pure Apple style. MacBook Air. Very plain, white box with a picture of a silver MacBook on it. Right, I believe they've made these easy to open nowadays. Wow. That was a bit easier, I didn't need to get the knife out. So this laptop is actually going to be for my sister, who is a very basic computer user. She's a teacher, but so we just mostly Word, Excel, the usual. So there's the silver MacBook, the old-fashioned silver, not the space grey. She thinks the space grey is a bit boy-like, so therefore she wanted the silver, didn't like the gold. And in the box we have a USB-C cable, little booklet, booklets, how to use your Mac, not like else by the looks of it. Oh, some Apple stickers, can't forget that, really important stuff, which I can't get out of the box. There we go. So some silver Apple stickers, no cleaning cloth or anything, no, they really are getting tight. And underneath there we have the tiny power adapter. That is a 30 watt USB-C power adapter and a UK plug. That's it. Very basic. No extension lead anymore. Just the bare minimum. Okay, so the laptop, nicely wrapped in cellophane. So there we go. Silver model. Now I haven't used one of the modern MacBook Airs. I use a 13-inch MacBook Pro. So what I will be doing is comparing this model to my 2020 MacBook Pro 13, seeing how the two do against each other in general day-to-day use, not benchmarks. So let's have a quick look inside. There we are. So it boots up as you open the screen like the MacBook Pros. Do you know one thing I would love about this machine? No touch bar. This model has function keys, which, wow, do you know what? I don't particularly like the touch bar on my MacBook Pro, so I would love to have the function keys back. You've still got the Touch ID sensor from the MacBook Pro, which is nice. And you've obviously got the 13.3-inch Retina screen, but apparently it hasn't, well, it's got True Tone display, but it doesn't have the P3 that the MacBook Pro has. So again, we're going to...
the main language. Press the return key.
We're going to discuss that in the actual upcoming review. So I'm just going to cut that there. I'm going to just boot into Mac OS, and then we're going to take a quick look, and we'll call that one a day. Okay, so we're now into macOS Catalina. I've updated it, got it ready. Now, first thing I want to talk about with this machine, I heard loads of rumours on the internet about how noisy this was when you actually started using this MacBook Air. Now, I bought the base model, which is a dual core with 8GB and 256GB of SSD. Now, I think a lot of the rumours come from the i5, which is a quad core. I think that one does run hotter. This one has been running really cool. I've run a few benchmarks on it just to sort of see if I can get the fan to spin up. The keyboard has stayed pretty cool. The bottom, where you have it on your lap, that's cool to the touch as well. And the fans, I mean, I heard them spin, but it was just a murmur. I mean, it certainly wasn't distracting, it was really quiet. Now, with regards to the benchmark, all I've run is Geekbench just to see what the fan noise was like. And if I just show you the scores that we've got from that. The first run, I got 1068 on the single core and 2371 on the multi-core score. And as I run subsequent tests of the Geekbench, The second, I got 998 and 1740, so you can see that it has throttled down a little bit. And the third test on the CPU, I got 999 and 1718. So you can see that it does throttle down a little bit as the fans spin up a little bit to keep the heat under control, but you're not losing that much performance, but it is staying nice and cool and quiet, which I was really pleased with, because the last thing I want with a machine like this is it to get noisy and hot. You know, because this is going to be just for general use, word processing, spreadsheets, Netflix. And what's more important than the actual raw performance on this machine is actually a cool running, quiet laptop. So this definitely excels at that, which is great. The graphics score, for anyone that's actually interested, is 5,958, which is not a bad sort of metal score for the Geekbench for this level of laptop. You're never going to bother playing any games on this, but just for snappiness in Catalina, that's not bad, and it does feel very snappy going around the actual desktop. Just a quick test of the speakers, running just some music on YouTube, and I'll whack them up a little bit. Sound is very crisp, the audio quality is very good, not a great deal of bass, but for my 13-inch laptop it's not bad at all. Certainly very good for listening to YouTube videos, podcasts. I probably would put headphones on, listen to some music, but great for watching some Netflix. Not bad at all. The screen, really impressed. Again, thinking that it was going to be a lot worse than the MacBook Pro screen. If you weren't looking at them side by side, I don't think you'd notice a difference. It's a bright, vivid screen. This is at full brightness now, and it's in a well-lit room, so it's very, very easily to read everything on the screen, nice and bright. The keyboard, you've got the new Magic Keyboard. It feels very tactile, very crisp. It's a joy to type on. Coming from the butterfly keys, I had a MacBook 12 with butterfly keys. This is an absolute joy. The thing I like with the MacBook Air as well is the slightly tapered design over the Pro. It's a much nicer typing experience. The Pro being boxier and sort of square, you catch your wrists on the palm rest. Where this is tapered, I find it's much nicer to type. With regards to ports, you don't get a lot. 2 Thunderbolt 3 ports on the side. If I spin it around to the other side, a headphone jack. That's really it. Fortunately, they are Thunderbolt 3, so you can do pretty much everything with those 2 ports. You can have one to charge and the other for a hub. So you'll get by on that. But again, gone are the days where we had HDMIs, DVIs, USBs, and you could plug everything into your laptop. But if you're just using this thing for on the road, for typing on your lap, watching movies, you might not be needing all those ports anyway. And for this sort of use case, I think it's absolutely ideal. Also, with regards to the webcam and the microphones are pretty good quality, but the webcam is the usual Apple 720p laptop webcam. It's nothing special, but if you're only doing a few conference calls, I don't think you'll really be bothered by that. So all in all, first impressions are very good. Really impressed with this laptop. Battery life, I've set this up and I've been mucking around with it for an hour or two, and it seems to be sipping battery, so I think you get a good day's worth of light use out of this laptop. So if you're interested in seeing some more about this MacBook Air, please subscribe and hit the notification button. In a couple of days I'm going to be reviewing this one against my 10th generation MacBook Pro 2020, the 13-inch, just to see how they compare in day-to-day tasks between them. This isn't going to be a benchmarking review, it's going to be real world use, how people are actually using their laptops. So hopefully that's going to be of interest to somebody, and if so, please subscribe. Thank you for watching.